Good evening, Dragon Warriors. Time to get hyped for the finals of the 2024 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Tournament. Today we have two runners that prove this thing is all luck. Hold on. Oh no, we actually have two of the best runners in the entire community. We have, on the left, we have Big Slamu. On the right, we have Angel FM. And with me in the commentary booth, we have Hoodie Two Shoes. How's it going?
Adam Raptors, I'm doing fantastic. This is a very exciting and hype matchup, and we're starting with 5 strength. So depending on what we get in these chests, we could have a fun start here.
And no spells. And no MP, I guess. But yeah, so if you're not familiar with these two runners, I believe we have Slamu, the defending Summer Tournament champion, back here in the finals. So he won last year, and Angel FM won 2 years ago. So we will not have a new winner this year. We will have a repeat winner.
You know, sometimes the favorites are the favorites for a reason, and this is no exception here. Some powerhouse gaming expected here.
Yeah, there are absolutely no underdogs in this matchup. To be fair, I think most of the last, maybe the top 8, had 8 just phenomenal runners, like no underdogs, just 2 battles of titans all the way down. Both of these runners had very difficult paths to the finals. And they've earned it. You can see their respective records. And we're off. So we'll get a few instructions from the king here. And then, yeah, as you said, we'll see these very important chests. The third one in the back will definitely have a key, but the first one has some fairy water and a torch. So 2 throwable weapons, so that help us with the first few levels for sure.
Yeah, looking like XP is going to be pretty gettable here, unless we've got a bunch of heavy sleep, breath, or hurt more enemies here. Oh, we got swamp though. And,
okay, an acceptable amount of swamp, not a disastrous amount of swamp. So what kind of enemies are you looking for? Perhaps a scorpion?
I think a scorpion is probably the finest enemy you could find with this starting loadout right here. And getting that 16 is going to feel great. For 14 strength, 2 agility, 3 HP, 8 MP, and the valuable repel.
Oh, we get a quick little Brexit from Angel FM. The town, finding a town right away is really nice, but when it only has weapons and we don't have any gold, not that nice. Oh, do you like I think this Drakima's quite good.
Especially having access to the torch, now that you don't get the one-shot.
Right, fairy water not quite enough to one-shot it, but fairy water plus torch, 20 experience, takes Angel up to level 3. Meanwhile, Slamu takes down a scorpion and gets his level 3.
Yeah, complete with hurt more, so sure.
Yeah, so much for a difficult start.
They only have 8 MP though, so we might get some, some real value plays here. Who's going to be the most efficient with this 8 MP right now?
Right, but I think both runners are, 1 hurt more enemy is likely to get us the next level. We'll see what kind of enemies you're willing to hurt more. I'm willing to hurt more this Drakima. I'm definitely willing to hurt more this Axe Knight. Somehow, we survive. Ooh, this could be big.
Oh, and gets the one shot and avoids getting tossed around like a sonic spinball.
All right, so we get 9 more MP. That's the big number. We get a lot of strength. We got some other stuff. This is levels 4 and 5 for Big Slamu, but just getting any amount of MP gives Slamu up to a big lead, so he can kind of do this hurt more cycle a little bit. And hopefully for Angel, we find. Oh, yep, there it is. There's the Axe Knight. Let's see how we do.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a great advantage to have found the Axe Knight there for Slamu, but if it's gonna be a regular in this zone full of mountains, then might be on the menu for both players pretty readily.
Yeah, and they have heal, which is phenomenal news for us. Angel is in danger of getting taken down from 30 HP, but the Axe Knight casts heal, so we get level. I think this is level 5 for Angel FM, or level 6, level 5 and 6. I don't know.
Oh, and
Experience is
the other
going
kind.
crazy. Oh, more knights. This one of the armored variety.
So XP is looking like it's gonna come pretty quick and easy if you want it here. You're gonna have to go back to Breck now and then, but if you want the XP, it's here to get.
Yeah, this is the world's greatest Breckenary right by the castle because it's just such a quick in visit, and that's our primary way of getting our MP. You know, that's our only way to get MP back other than dying right now. So we're more than happy to go back and spend our 6 gold at the inn and replenish our MP and keep taking out these knights.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if and when the paths diverge, because right now they're both just clearly hanging out in this zone, looking for the Axe Knight, maybe the Armored Knight, but just trying to skyrocket the XP. I wonder, if there's going to be a divergence in valuing the grind.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how long these runners take before they start going anywhere, because they both seem pretty content to stick here and get massive experience, to be honest. These are like Angel found first Armored Knight and still very happy. There's even a Dragonlord here for fun. Not a terrible enemy. I'd be happy with a Dragonlord, but there's Axe Knights and Armored Knights, which are way better.
And at level 7, having 59 HP, which puts you in reasonable Armored Knight killing territory if you don't get ambushed. Like, it's just a dream, Like, not many level 7s will give you enough HP for that.
Yeah, a lot of times when you have hurt more, early-ish, you just can't stand the, taking out the Armored Knights. But, in our case, we definitely can on average. So, yeah, a large shield for Slamu. Pretty nice pickup.
We are surpassing a level a minute right now, so things are going pretty quick. We're going to have to see if and when there's going to be a bottleneck. Otherwise, we might not be struggling all that much.
Yeah, let's go for like some ridiculous 30-minute seed where everything's really close to.
That would be hilarious. Though we're probably going to have a swamp cave as far as possible away, and like several very important things on a small, swamp continent island.
Yeah. So, as a strong runner yourself, Hoodie, how long? What are you kind of looking for before you go out and explore? How long do you stay with these horrible enemies?
So this being Brick, you could go buy herbs, but herbs only get you so far. So I think I'm really hoping for a heal spell before it takes too long. Because like at this point, the next level is going to come in, 2, 3, 4 enemies here. So it doesn't take you very long. Like once you get starting into the point where it's going to take a little bit longer, if you still don't have a healing spell, like I might just buy some herbs and consider it then. But I'm really thinking about trying to maximize this XP efficiency while the levels are still close together.
Yeah, and as it turns out, we have an entire death. So Slamu took 1 death to an Armored Knight, and that's the only death we've seen thus far. That's ridiculous.
This is the most valuable Breckenary I've ever seen, just because of what you just said. Like, they've just been staying, they don't have any healing, none of them have gone and bought herbs, they've just been spending 6 gold to stay alive at this inn, and it's working great.
Yeah, and one of the features, anybody who's run this game themselves knows one of the primary features of Dragon Warrior Randomizer is that you die a lot. However, these 2 runners have not been doing that, so kind of bucking the trend in terms of dying a bunch, but just gaining phenomenal experience.
Yeah, and despite the death, Slamu still just, like you said, just chugging away at this XP. Both racers with a large shield, so when you got hurt more, you're not as concerned about getting a weapon. You eventually might want one, but I'm really hoping to get your defense up when you can run around and just, flamethrow things.
Yeah, and strange enough, like, the strength is actually phenomenal. We have 76 strength already, which is not quite go mode level, but getting there. So we are flying. For sure. Except for the lack of the heal spell, as you mentioned. We could certainly use a heal spell, and I think both of these runners are going to do what you said and likely kind of grind in this area until that heal spell arrives. at minimum.
Yeah, there's just no reason to potentially run into a red dragon zone or something unpleasant like that when you can just stay here and get yourself to a safer place to go. Especially with the stats looking so good, exploration might be a breeze.
Yeah, so Slammer's actually opened up a pretty sizable lead. Not about a full level, let's say, as Angel gets level 9. But yeah, again, both these runners doing great.
At this point, it kind of seems like the only thing that could slow down the seed is some kind of map shenaniganry where, things are segmented or far away or, something along those lines because, yeah, things are coming quick.
Yeah, not even a late heal spell. Like, I guess if you have to grind a level, 13, 14 to get that first heal spell, like, I think both of these runners are willing to do it if they have to, if they absolutely have to, because exploration will be so challenging without that heal spell.
Yeah, and having a 1 in 8 encounter zone next to a very reasonable inn is, not something to be afraid of.
Okay, Angel going to buy herbs. This is kind of a walk. Not a lot of players like doing this, but, Angel's like, if I walk here, I get to stay out a lot longer against the Armored Knights. They don't have to keep going back in and out of Brecconary. So, yeah, pretty reasonable play. Slammu would never do this, I think. But at least not get the dragon scale. But, yeah, Angel urban up.
And yeah, good for hanging out and sustaining longer in the zone, and also good for setting up for whenever you want to push out. If you end up choosing to go before a healing spell, you've got some kind of healing. But even in just that short period, I think the XP lead had been about 500. Now it's about to be, more like 700. 800.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Slammer is casting Repel and Angel is not, so Angel's seeing some Scorpions, I think, is the main enemy getting repelled. There could be another one. Oh, Slammu almost gets the level on 1 HP, but the second Hurtmore didn't connect, so we have the third death of this seed. Can't believe these players are dying so quickly.
The dreaded 1 in 16 comes for us all.
Yeah, and so the 1 in 16 is how often the Hurtmore resist of the Armored Knight. 1 in 16 times Hurtmore does not work against the Armored Knight, so we've been doing pretty well on that aspect.
And it's the same resistance for the Axe Knight. They're both very favorable to Hurtmore, whereas the Green Dragon also a favorable Hurtmore is 1 in 8 though, so it makes it a little bit more annoying. These are the little nuances that you pick up as you play the game more and more, that you start to understand why, people kind of have the habits that they do when you watch these.
Alright, so here's the heal spell at level 11 for Slammu. So Kim's with a big chunk of stats, so definitely reasonable to go explore, but it looks like Slammu's just happy chilling, getting more experience. Hard to find a better zone than this, honestly.
Yeah, this is pretty great. The dueling Armored Axe Knight brothers. I'd be surprised if Angel didn't set out at 11, but we'll see what happens when he gets there.
Level 11 also came with a good amount of MP as well, so we actually have lots of casts of said heal. So you can see Slammer at 74 MP, but Angel with only 52, so that's a lot of extra MP to start exploring with as well. So yeah, exploring seems pretty good now, but Slammer might be running out of his resources, actually pretty close to another level, so maybe the grind here is just great.
Yeah, and if you end up getting heal more, then you can feel pretty safe against most anything at this point. I guess you might want, a hand axe or something, but you're feeling great.
Yeah, to answer a question in the chat, we have some stats here that you can see on the tracker in different colors. White means they're kind of bad. Green means they're good enough to beat the Dragonlord. On balance, there's some wiggle room here. And orange means it's close or good enough to beat the Dragonlord. And these stats are very fungible. Sometimes you win on some orange stats, some green stats, depending on what it is. But like, it kind of gives you a feel of what kind of ranges you're looking for. And the most important stat for beating the Dragonlord are both strength and then HP and MP. Strength, you need a bunch of it. We're not even close. Well, we actually are kind of close. But HP has to be over a certain range, usually 97 or HP or higher. And then MP has to be enough to handle the amount of heal mores you need. So generally a combination of stats, but we are not close at this point. But that's what they mean.
Yeah, we usually think about MP in terms of the numbers of heal mores that we can cast. So kind of in factors of 8, I guess. That's how we think of MP as being relevant to beating the Dragonlord. Looks like Angel is going to keep going for level 12 here, even after getting the heal spell, or maybe just going to use this last 20 MP and then maybe set out. We'll have to see.
Yeah, so Angel actually using herbs to kind of stay out a bit longer, while Slamu's using heal to do so now. So yeah, definitely both runners have some survivability. She's another great level. Stacks of MP or whatever. We're doing really, really well, even with stat growth. Not only is this grind very easy, but our stats are doing great too. So Slamu looking to buy a broadsword. So yeah, that'll give, in case the hurt more doesn't work, we do have plenty of attack power to take out. I mean, we're not quite ready to take out some of the biggest enemies like Stoneman Golems, Red Dragons, because we don't have heal more. But if we had heal more, we could very easily handle any enemy on the map.
And Slamu still has a bit of an XP lead, but it has the gap has closed significantly, and this is the first exploration we've seen from anyone. So I really think that whoever finds the stuff first is really who's going to win this race.
And of course, Slamu explores, and the first thing that we see is another Axe Knight. So, do we even explore it all? Yeah, Angel got some really great encounter luck, apparently, relative to Slamu, and really closed the gap, because it was like 800-ish for a while. Now it's only a couple hundred, as Angel gets his level 12 as well.
Well, we got Sharlock here on Slamu's side.
Oh, Aaron summoning the Red Dragon, but the Red Dragon is nerfed, it has hurt. So it might be... I mean, I don't want to fight it because we don't know how often it does, but it's definitely kind of beatable, but not in this particular instance. So Slammer takes death number 3. Huge numbers.
And Angel casting Repel, notably. Gonna encounter this same swamp here.
Well, not the same swamp because it didn't come with any red dragons.
That's fair. This one has the Star Wyvern variety.
Yeah, and so Slammer Dying going east and finding a town. It is Cole.
Let's see if Cole comes through with something impactful here.
You could say the Stones of Sunlight are impactful. So it is one of the 3 items that we are required to get before we can win the game, along with the Silver Harp and the Erdrick's Token. And then we'll need to find 2 caves to turn them into various characters who, for whatever reason, want to trade with you. And that'll get us the Rainbow Drop to get into that Sharlock Castle at the very end. So, ooh, a cave for Slamu. This is just a freebie cave, 1 free check. And just a pair of wings, so nothing too big here.
You could save 8 MP in a pinch. So things of a real consequence, I think the town of Rimeldar would be very important to buy keys, which would open up a number of checks. Slamu already found coal, which is a free check, and then the Stones of Sunlight Cave, which is a free check, and got a key item. Anything that would have the sword or the armor would be great. At this point, Hawksness could be quite impactful, and Angel found Mountain Cave with 5 chests.
Yeah, so I think Mountain Cave is one of the more impactful locations. 5 items that we can easily access, and one of them could have one of those aforementioned items.
Running into the green dragon, gonna swing with the fist, and the punch is enough to get it done after the Hurtmore.
That being said, Angel is out of resources, so we'll be mostly in run territory from here on out. The first chest is just some gold, so don't really need that.
And just noticing, that starting swamp area, some might call that swamp more desolate and dreary than Florida.
If such a thing exists. So the second has an herb, the third has more gold. The fourth has an Erdrick's sword. Strangely not that impactful, but it's still very nice to have. Definitely want to find it. It'll definitely increase our ability. Oh, we're attacking. Okay. Angel's gonna try and 2-shot this werewolf. Does so successfully while trying to make it to this last chest.
The red slime, though, wasn't quite enough of a wall.
Oh, that's a big one. A free magic key. So Angel will definitely be trying to die to go back to the home base and get some more checks and buy some more keys. But meanwhile, Slamu has found one of your other towns that we want to find is Hawksness.
Be interested to see what the spike enemy is here.
It's our friend the Armored Knight.
Oh, I wanted to ask you what you thought about the swinging on the werewolf play there for Angel. It turned out to be consequential in a good way, but what do you think about the swing versus trying to run?
I was surprised. I expected Angel to try and run, but I guess that's one of those calculations. Angel, hey, I can 2-shot it, and running from werewolf not the easiest. And yeah, 95 experience is 95 experience. So yeah, pretty good. I mean, it's one of those things Angel somehow, despite it doesn't really feel like been places, but he's got an experience lead, and he's got Erdrick's armor. He's got Erdrick's armor times 5 or whatever, but I'm sure fairly confident the first one is Erdrick's armor. So Angel gonna do a gold grind for the silver shield, which we know to be somewhere. I think it's in Breckenary.
Yeah, I think it's in Breckenary too, and I think the armor is the only one you can know for sure because it says Z discovers instead of thou hast gained or whatever.
Yeah, so one of the things Angel has activated, so by going to the mountain cave and getting all 5 chests and then dying, he's set up the gold glitch. The game only stores 8 chests in memory, so if you try to open a 9th one, it glitches out and you can just keep taking it over and over. And the way you reset it is by going to the overworld. But because we died, we're not going to the overworld. So...
Am I crazy, or is Angel just short of the money for Silver Shield?
You are not crazy. Angel needs 50 gold or whatever. Yeah, 54 gold. It costs 14,800. But kind of wants to see this. Wants to just run through the swamp cave and see what we have here. We not even checking the spike tile.
Yeah, he'll be fine for sure. He's got it with this green dragon kill. I just was, I was wondering, I was questioning my sanity.
One thing that's interesting, maybe there wasn't a silver shield in Breckenary. I know there's one in Cole, but Angel hadn't found that yet. So maybe Angel is doing a speculative gold grind, not having actually seen a silver shield. So I think Slammer's on a bit of a clock here. Angel found the mountain cave, which had both Erdrick's sword in the mountain cave itself and a key that helps you get Erdrick's armor. So I think Slammer will be fine if he manages to get a key, but he definitely needs to find a key quickly.
Yeah, here's a town. I'm not sure if this is where he's been before, but this could be Rim. It's Cantlin.
It's Cantlin. Yeah, so I think Angel's on the second continent on the other side of the swamp cave, and I think we're pretty close to wrapping up our exploration here. There's just a little bit to the east here, so I think the second continent has mostly nothing, although it's opening up, so it could have something. It looks like it has two towns.
Wow. Of course. Of course.
And, you know, that's why I'm saying things and predicting things, because I have... Oh, there it is! Silver Shield in Garenham, so Angel upgrading to the Silver Shield, and now he has the best equipment you could possibly get. Fully decked out.
Be interesting to see what's in here. That's feasible that Angel could end up with the harp and the token. Well, there's the harp right there. If this is Grave or something like that, and then, you know, we know that the stones are in Cole, and this could very well be that super fast seed.
Right, if either runner kind of does the other thing. So here's one of our trade-in caves for Angel FM. So this trades the Silver Heart for the Staff of Rain. And then we need all 3 items to get the Rainbow Drop at the other, not yet discovered trading cave.
Oh, token was in tablet, I see. So Slamu found that, and here's Rim on the second continent. So
okay, so that probably means, not 100% that, but that very likely means that Slamu needs to find Mountain, because this is on the second continent.
Yeah, I think that's the only key that opens anything up.
Oh, chat tells me that Slamu found the Rainbow Drop Turn-in Cave. So apparently, we as chat, if we pay enough attention, we are in no mode. We know where everything is, which is wild. This is still very early in the seed.
And it also means that Slamu has kind of gone in like the exact wrong direction in the seed in terms of the way that you would want to route things.
So yeah, Slamu gets sent home by a red dragon. He was actually trying to fight it and doing quite well. It's just a kind of a high variance thing if it casts hurt or if it attacks. Attacking can't really stand up to the red dragon's attacks. So yeah, this is crazy for Angel. I think I don't know if Cole has anything. Does Cole have
the stones?
It has the stones. Or the token. The stones, yeah. Okay, great. And then we need to find the token, which is somewhere where Slamu's been. And apparently
tablet, they said.
Yeah. Apparently, this is the Rainbow Drop Cave. No, this is where the token is. No, it's where the wings are. Okay. Okay, apparently there are 2 more things here.
What an interesting shape of a map we've got here. But traversing this with the armor makes a huge difference just with the heel walking. Surprisingly, we have not seen either the Death Necklace or the Flute. Might be on the coordinates. We haven't been inside to talk to the guy in Cantlin. We've got Slamu and Grave here. Yeah,
so Grave is interesting. It can only really have one thing, and that's a second spare key, which would totally bail Slamu out. And could definitely use some bailing out at this point, because he is behind both on exploration and now experience.
Yeah, I don't think there could be anything better for him to find than the key in this cave right now. And Angel didn't check the spike in the swamp cave, I don't think, so we only know that this is the armored knight.
Alright, so Slammer basically hits the jackpot here between, from what we know, of both the fighter's ring and a loose key. So Slammer is definitely very happy about that. So we have a race for sure.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. So Grave or Mountain are the only keys to get you into Rim where you can, be on the second continent.
Yeah, I definitely still think Slammer has some work, has his work cut out for him for sure. Just because Angel's been so efficient, both finding things and finding enemies. But yeah, he's when Slammer kind of finds all the, kind of finishes his exploration, goes home, buys some keys, gets his armor. He's in decent shape.
We could get a bunch of 0, 0, 0 levels, but that doesn't seem very likely. It seems like, by level 15, 16 at the latest, we're going to be ready to go here.
Yeah, and even in that case, like, both runners are pretty close on experience and will, like, at some point both settle into a grind. Alright, if you're... I guess this spoils it. Angel finds Grave and is actually looking for some... Oh, Angel doesn't have the token yet. Okay. This makes sense. Would you deep dive Grave if you're Angel, looking for one thing?
I think he's going to dive Grave here, yeah. He doesn't have outside, though. We'll see. Maybe not.
Alright, we're diving. Probably hoping there's an enemy that can kill him at some point but only after we find the two items down here. So deep diving Grave, this is the kind of the key locked part of Garen's Grave. This is kind of a long walk and you get 2 checks out of it. So some runners don't like doing it, some runners love doing it. The outside spell saves half of your time essentially if you can't die. But sometimes you gotta go find 2 checks.
There's our third key. Slamu is back in Cantlin, might be checking coordinates here. If there's something on the coordinates, might spend some time looking for that, and we know that will only lead to potentially the Death Necklace. Not looking like the most relevant, but it might be.
But yeah, and Slammer's saying you still, you still haven't checked Treasury or anything like that, but yeah, you're still missing multiple big items, so you definitely want to check the coordinates. Even if you're going to die from here, which I think is what's going to happen.
Angel is also trying to take out the red dragon here with the hurt casts and gets this one.
Yeah, I think Slammer only has enough for a one-way trip here.
And nothing of value in the grave at all.
Which we kind of, based on the fact that we know most of the things, so 94 south, 20 east is probably, depending on how the map is laid out, maybe reverse countable. Oh, but Slammer's trying to hold his position here with herbs. Okay. I thought he was going to go back to Tantagel as soon as he could. But maybe he needs to get his radishes first.
And if Angel can keep taking down red dragons without getting swung at too many times, that XP is going to rise pretty good with 126 AP right now.
I'm somewhat surprised that Angel isn't trying to die on them, but again, 350 experience is a lot of experience, so you kind of take those opportunities as they come up.
Yeah, probably was almost hoping for another 1 or 2 on the way up. Maybe you get outside at level 14.
Alright, so Slammer needs to do a couple things to kind of catch up. The first is go home. Oh no, he is counting. Slammer is counting. Found the bottom of the map. So reverse count, which is something I've basically never done in practice. I find it too hard. But reverse counting is you kind of get a marker at the top of the map, and you know the total map is 120 tiles long, and so you kind of count how far it could be. So this is kind of Slamu looking at one way and like trying to ballpark the other coordinate. So he is just searching every single tile on a horizontal line because he knows he's on the right kind of north-south count, but he doesn't know which east-west count he's on.
Getting real close to level 14 here for Angel. I'd be very interested to see what the stat gains are, because it could very well be our go level.
Alright, so one nice thing that Slammer gets here is knowledge that there are 2 towns on this continent that we believe he cannot reach. These are on the second continent.
Yeah, I don't think that there was any way over there from the first continent. And Angel might end up going down the Chords rabbit hole too, if he doesn't find Tablet before going after the coordinates.
Yeah, this has turned into a really interesting race. There's definitely some potential for a little bit that, like, at least Angel could have finished in, 45, 50 minutes, just like a Omega Jet Seed. But kind of both runners kind of need to do what each other runner did exactly first. So Angel needs to kind of keep exploring east and south to find both the token and the trading cave, while Slamu needs to find Mountain Cave for his sword, and doing exactly what he's doing now, going through Swamp Cave and finding the 2 towns that will give him his harp and his Staff of Rain turning cave.
And we're probably going to see the spike tile here too.
We have seen Sharlock yet. Sharlock is on the way to the Mountain Cave. So Slamu tried to get there, had some fun times with red dragons, but Angel got through and was able to reach the Mountain Cave. And the red dragons are around Sharlock, so we've seen Sharlock.
We got a blue dragon. Slamu's going to fight it. I wonder if he's going to go for the princess or just fighting this one and then going to head on out. And I didn't see where Tablet was when Slamu found it, but that's what Angel's going to have to hope to find here.
Yeah, I think Slamu did a pretty good job exploring the whole east of Start, and that's where it was, but I'm not confident where in this eastern part of the world that the Tablet Cave was. Alright, so Slammer rescuing the princess. The princess, instead of having to count the coordinates, will just tell you where you are. So, if you can find east versus west and north versus south, you'll be told where the coordinates are.
Angel returning out of the Stones of Sunlight, the Rainbow Drop Trade-In Cave. I'm not sure if there was more to explore over there or not.
There might have been. I'm not confident, but it looks like I think Angel explored the entire second continent, knows everything down there. So this really feels to me like Angel is going to check the spike tile in the Swamp Cave and or rescue the princess, probably both.
Yeah, maybe deciding that Tablet's not the key and going for the chords. So this is definitely helpful for Slamu here. Time that he's spending right now will not be wasted.
Yeah, so I think Slamu. Oh, that was probably just a swamp cave. But like Slamu knew that there were 2 towns over here, so just kind of jetted straight east and not explore kind of north or south, given the swamp cave, but just kind of went straight for these towns. So that's a really nice heads up play. I think Slamu's gonna go Harp here, and then this is the trade-in cave behind it. So
Yeah, this
actually
worked out
getting his
great.
rainbow drop first somehow. Really good news for Slammer.
He's not going to end up knowing for sure that the coordinates are useless, though, because he hasn't found Mountain Cave and doesn't have the sword. So we'll have
Exactly.
to see if he ends up making that play or not.
And I'll be interested to see if, because I think Slammer has a pretty good idea, because he tried to do some counting, that the coordinates are on this continent. I'll be interested to see if he tries to continue his count, or continue searching over here, or we'll just go back, rescue the princess, and then come back here.
Yeah, a lot of interesting choices here. Despite this being such a fast jet seed, it's been really interesting.
Question in chat: if you beat the Dragonlord with the princess, are you still holding her in the final scene? The answer is sort of. At the part where the princess would normally come out, she jumps out of your hand and into her normal spot. So you have her while fighting the Dragonlord on your return home as you're walking up, but you don't end the game with her in your hands.
But then she jumps right back in at the end again.
Yeah, she spends her dialogue not in your arms, and that's it. All right, Hoodie, who do you think is ahead in this race? It is really hard for me to tell.
I think it's this. Oh, I'd call it even really at this point because the XP lead is only 1100. Late game with, Hurt more available. Slamu has the token, knows where everything is. Essentially, just needs to go check needs to find Mountain Cave.
Yeah, they each have one important item. So Slammer has the sword defined. Angel has this token defined, but both of them are in kind of not obvious spots.
I'd say if Slamu is able to get the chords found without returning the princess and coming back, Slamu's got the lead. If not, then I think it's real close, pretty even.
Oh, Slamu. Oh, Aaron2U2 in chat says he thinks Slamu is one tile too far south, so his kind of horizontal count doesn't even do it for us. It needs to. Oh, Slamu loses the princess by dying to this red dragon. That is not ideal.
Not getting the love from the Hertz there is really unfortunate, and Angel's in that same area with the Gwaelin's love. I think it's going to be on First Continent, back in that original area Slamu was in.
Okay, so yeah, Slamu did have count offers going the wrong direction. So yeah, Angel has to go back to start and kind of explore this direction again. Which I'm not sure where this tablet cave where the cave to get the token is. But he might find it on the way.
Meanwhile, the Dragonlord is just there, twiddling his thumbs, like, I thought I made it easy for him.
Yeah, so Slammer re-rescuing the princess. So given the events of Slammer's coordinate adventure, I think Angel is firmly back in the lead here.
Yeah, for sure. It makes so much sense to be putting the weight on the coordinates. The search spots are much more likely to have something that you're looking for. It's just in this case, we know that the mountain cave has the sword, and the tablet cave has the token, respectively, for our two racers.
Yeah, and another interesting thing about the seed is we still don't have heal more, so definitely going up to at least level 15, if not level 16. For that all-important spell of heal more. It is incredibly difficult to win a run of Dragon Warrior Randomizer without winning heal more.
Yeah, maybe only feasible if you're doing the random stats when you can maybe stop spell and have it use sleep all the time.
Let's just put it this way. In my history of racing and watching other people race, I have never seen it happen.
Angel has been able to take some of these red dragons down with favorable hurt cast rates. We'll see if it can happen again, or it's looking like a lot of bites right now.
Yeah, but for Angel, not needing very many swings to take it down, I think that was a 3-swing victory, is definitely one of those you can actually just damage race a full punching red dragon at this point.
Yeah, the 20 attack power difference is really showing its face there.
Alright, all this effort for the death necklace. I bet Angel is not happy to see this, but little does he know, this is actually really good news for him, because Slammer's going to spend a lot more time finding the same information.
Yep, and then they both have an unknown cave that holds the answer to their search. It's just a matter of who's going to find that first. Angel definitely in the best position, but has to make it happen. That might be the Rainbow Drop Cave, and if Tablet's real close to here, which it looks like it might be.
Yeah, I thought Slammer got kind of this stuff in the same kind of thing, and so I would believe that this cave here is our tablet cave.
So potentially, Angel might have found the Rainbow Drop Cave and then returned home, whereas he could have just come right here. If I'm right about this, I might be wrong, but could have saved a lot of time.
We do learn our heal more at level. Yep, this is the tablet cave, so Angel's gonna be kicking himself for sure. Found the trade-in cave a screen away and returned home and spent the last 10 minutes trying to find this exact item. But he's still in just very, very good position now. He has found all of the items, and now he could cast outside and go turn that in right away.
Yeah, now with 130 attack power, with 13 heal mores, and with 90 defense and 118 HP, a chance for a double, maybe two. I feel like you just have to go.
Yes, this is so level 15 gave us both heal more and kind of the rest of the stuff we needed to, I think it's a pretty safe go. But Angel's still taking some enemies here and there, while Slammer takes another death to a red dragon, so falling even further behind.
I'm not sure that we've seen anything particularly egregious on any of our Sharlock enemies, like Dragonlord Breath or Sleep or anything like that.
In fact, quite the opposite. The red dragons having hurt helps us out a bunch. So if you're Slammer, you get a choice. Chat kind of is one of the things you could do. You know where Sharlock is. It's right here. Do you dive for the sword here? The answer is no, apparently, if you're a big Slammer. And Mountain's pretty close here, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely the right play, and just going to be a question of whether Angel's going to run into any trouble in Charlock or not, really, at this point.
Yeah, because Slammer still has about 1,500 experience to go before getting his level 15 and heal more. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. He's got to find this cave, and he's got to get 1,500 experience. While Angel's just all set to go, buying some fairy waters to make it a little bit safer of a dive. But yeah, he's just stocking up and getting ready for his dive.
Yeah, I imagine probably gonna favor the fairy waters for repelling with 90 defense as opposed to attacking. Maybe both. We'll see.
Yeah, so fairy waters have 2 useful traits on the dive. So the first thing is it can repel some enemies if your defense is high enough, and 90 defense repels a few of them, at least wizards, werewolves, and star wyverns, I believe, are what we'd be repelling. So that's one use for them. The other use is you can actually use it on the Dragonlord himself. It will deal damage. It'll be 9 to 16 damage, and that's basically equivalent to as if you had 135 attack power. So 2 uses, both of them pretty marginal for Angel, but felt like it was worthwhile getting them, so has some plans for him.
And in terms of time saving, I think at this point, the repel is going to be more valuable than 130 to you can still get some value from the fairy water against the Dragonlord, but repelling Green Dragon on down with over 88 defense really can save some time here, skipping encounters.
Yeah, I definitely like using the fairy waters as repel if you feel confident that you have enough resources to take out the Dragonlord, and you're likely to not lose a bunch. But if you think the kind of the go level is really tight, and you think you might need 1 or 2 extra damage, you'll okay, I'll take the time loss and fight it running away from the wizards and whatnot, just to save the fairy waters for the end. But yes, I'm in agreement with you. I would be using the fairy waters on the way down.
That's the great thing about this game, is that you can't just take a cookie cutter approach to it. You gotta be variable and kind of take what you see and make a calculation on what's going to be the best choice for you at this moment. And you're not always right, but that's why we play.
Yeah, and one of the things I really like about it is those kind of super marginal decisions can really, really matter. So meanwhile, Slamu has found his sword, so he's good to go. Except for the part where he needs some experience, so he's going to stroll on over to Hawksnest and fight this Armor Knight a few times.
Yep, shouldn't be too long to get the next level. Just Angel is almost at the Dragonlord's level.
Yeah, I would agree with chat's evaluation of the final fight. I feel good about it. My chances here. But not a lot of margin for error. So it's definitely losing a heal more would be pretty bad. But still doable if we lose a heal more. We would be relying on double attacks for sure.
With 13 potential heal mores, I feel pretty good about the chance, even if only 118, but I feel like you got a chance to get maybe 1 double there fairly reasonably. I haven't really seen anything really gnarly as of yet. We'll have to see what's on the spike tile here.
Yeah, I mean, this one you can just chop down. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have anything except for attacks, so we'll fight through this, use 3 or 4 of our herbs, and no problem. The scariest thing has been the hurt red dragon, but everything else we breezed through, no problem.
Still sitting on 5 herbs before using those 2 there, so
yeah,
resources.
Yep, and still all the fairy water, so this looks pretty close to free. I would have a difficult time imagining Angel not winning this fight.
And the stop spell will help out with that.
As will second stop spell. Oh, interesting. So Slamu's maybe because lack of a silver shield, but Slamu interested in taking another level.
We're starting out with 10 damage from that first fairy water. Up to 22. We're looking at 38. Well, we're up to 50 now. You know, doing okay on the rolls with the fairy water.
Meanwhile, Slamu cutting his grind to 16 short and be like, you know what? I'm gonna get some fairy water. I'm gonna do what Angel did a little bit ago and go on 15 with some fairy waters.
So we did 62 with fairy water. We're up to 76 now. 88. $96. $110. I don't think we've gotten any doubles yet.
We have not, but I think we didn't really need them. This looks like a potential double, though. Just kidding.
119.
All right, there's our double. So kind of a double attack is usually the Dragonlord 2 attacks gets you below 48 health, which is at our defense the maximum amount the Dragonlord can do. So anytime we don't get quite down to 48, we can attack a second time in a row. But Angel really didn't need it. Does take down the Dragonlord and will win game 1. Get your GGs in chat for Angel FM. I feel like I've said that plenty of times before. I feel like Angel's done this a lot.
Yeah, I think 153 was enough there.
Yeah, so with a time of 55-53, which is an incredibly fast seed. Even for runners of these calibers, that's just an amazing time. And Angel played super well, just got through this seed super smoothly. So congrats to Angel FM.
Yeah, really impressive. It has to be nerve-wracking playing a seed this fast when you're up against the best, you know? So kudos to both. Wonder how they were both feeling during this one.
Yeah, I think my guess is both runners will be like, oh, this was like super stressful, just having to go. But yeah, both runners played super well.
Right, and heading on down.
Yeah, and if you think about it, both runners did have like some small snags, mostly exploration luck. Like Angel could have found the tablet cave maybe like 10 minutes before he did. And with that, we have our game 1 winner, Angel FM. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, super fast seed. Kind of talk me through your thought process, what things went well, what things didn't go well. Obviously, it's a super jet seed. You finished super quickly. Slamu is on his dive right now. So you had about a, 5-minute lead or so.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there really isn't anything I can say that went bad. The only thing that really went bad was finding Rainbow Drop and then taking the bet on the chords, and the chord's not working out. So having to go find Tablet, which was, right close by Rainbow Drop. But I mean, that's about the only real hang-up.
Right. And so it was interesting we as chat knew everything in about 25 minutes. So Slamu found all the things that you didn't early, and you went the exact other way and found everything else. So Slamu's go mode item was the sword in Mountain Cave.
Yeah, not surprised. I mean, how fast was he to keys? Because I mean, you can get one in Grave, and I got the one in
yes,
Mountain.
that you got different keys. We actually thought when Slamu found Grave, is like, oh, the only way Slamu gets bailed out is if there's also a free key here, and there was, and that was a huge boon for Slamu. He would have been really sunk if there weren't keys there, because he would have been like 20 minutes behind on armor, and he was about like 5 or 6 minutes. He was a decent amount behind on armor and keys, but because he found Grave relatively quickly, he wasn't that far behind.
Yeah, that was just my one worry. Is like, yeah, if like that happened to be the only place that had keys, because it's behind Sharlock and all this other stuff. So it's like the one thing that's really out of the way in this seed.
Yeah. So interestingly enough, so it was actually the first direction Slamu went was towards Sharlock and towards that area, but there were red dragons in that area, and you're kind of level 12ish or 11 or 12ish. So Sam was like, I'm gonna go some other way or whatever, and that was just kind of what sunk him. So kind of dying to red dragons a little bit hurt him.
Yeah, I think the sword was a pretty important thing there, because anytime he came across a red dragon, tried to fight it, he died, and you were fighting those red dragons and winning, and I think that was a pretty key factor.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me in that. Yeah, so, like especially too, like the mini strength gains that we had gotten early on, like just multiplied that as it was.
Yeah, so Slamu on his Dragonlord 1 fight, gonna go in without a full a extra double, but should be okay.
When you saw that zone right outside Breckenary early, like how long were you prepared to stay there?
Mainly just until I had some sustain. Like when I got healed, that was when I was gonna go. So I decided to waste out the rest of my MP on that level, and then I was already close to 12, so I just went to 12 real quick just to see what it was. But yeah, once I got some type of sustained, I was going to just go at that point.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially given once you had a heal spell, your stats were also pretty good. Both runners kind of stayed in that zone too. I think both of you actually got level 12 or something close to it. Just kind of, so the first like 15 minutes, thank God it was a super good zone, because otherwise we could have been kind of hanging out waiting for you to kill another armor knight for much longer than you actually did.
I don't think anybody explored past 6 tiles past Breckenary for the first 15 minutes of that race at least.
Yeah, I mean, I even just went down just to even try to find something like a like the Dragonlord say that, but even something mid game or something like that just to try and hurt more, and then all of a sudden there's this there's these Axe Knights and these Armor Knights, and especially too when you're not getting back attacked by like the Armor Knight or the Axe Knight, that just helps even more.
So you kind of alluded to it before, but I'm curious to know, like with a fast seed like this, were you feeling pressured at all at any point, or were you feeling pretty good?
I felt pretty good. Like I said, besides the whole tablet thing, I felt pretty good. But again, Slamu's a really good player. I can't, it wouldn't surprise me if he took the same way, or he happened to find Tablet Cave and then didn't have to go through all the rest of what I did. So like I felt good for the most part, but again, I wouldn't have shocked me if he would have beaten me.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where both of you are very, very fast, but there's a slight window of opportunity to be even faster. Once we knew where everything was, it was just like, wow, if they retrace each other's steps, this could be a 45-minute seed or something close to that. So it was potential for just a ridiculous jet seed. In the end, it was just a normal jet seed.
I'm coming down to it here for Slamu.
Yeah, Slammer. Okay, Slammer does get it. Probably benefiting from the relatively low HP the Dragonlord had. But he's down to 2 swings. He had 1 more swing after the swing, but 152 was his total, so that was good enough. So he definitely didn't have the whole range covered, but it manages to take it down. And so Slammer going to finish up here, talk to the princess, and we'll finish with a time of 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 32 seconds. So get your GGs in chat for the biggest of all slammers.
And there were definite opportunities for Slamu to be right in this one in terms of he did have the token, could have ended up going towards mountain instead of going after the chords, and that could have been the difference, but ended up just not. That. It's just how it goes in this game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's Mountain Cave had one thing that I had ahead, and he had Tablet Cave, which had one thing, so like it just kind of evened out, anyways.
Yeah, for sure. How close? So you got the silver shield, but Slammer didn't. Angel, how close of a decision did you think that was?
Oh, I was just going to do it, and basically I was only going to do it that one time. Like, I'm going to get the money. If I die, whatever, it doesn't matter at this point. I'm just going to go for it.
Yep, that makes sense. Cool. And with that, we have our second place finisher, the biggest of all Slamoos. Congratulations on a really quick seed, but not quite as quick as that. How you feeling, Big Slamoo?
Yeah, I mean, GG's Angel. That was I felt like that first, 7 minutes was absolutely perfect from like second encounter Scorpion, third encounter Scorpion, all the way through to like immediate Axe Knight as soon as I got hurt more. And at that point, there's a lot of map left, and there's not a lot of XP left to get. So it comes down to who goes in the right direction. And I made some mistakes in the mid game, but I mean, 8-minute differential here. I feel like a lot of that's going to come down to who went here and who went there, but it was a good run. GG's, Angel.
Yeah, that's exactly what it came down to. So Angel found the sword and the key in Mountain Cave quite early, even before you found the grave in your key. But finding the sword super early and then getting the armor just made everything much more survivable for Angel.
Yeah, the whole no armor in Sharlock has kind of thrown this this entire tournament into a sword hunt a little bit. So getting that sword is huge. I didn't even see the key in Mountain because sword was my last item, and I just walked out of there as soon as I got the sword.
Yeah, it was a combination of sword and mountain and a key. Angel found the free key in the Mountain Cave, while you found yours much later in Grave. So they're both free keys available because Rimmeldar is on the second continent.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. I am the only thing I'm disappointed about in this race is that I missed that reverse count. I had set up, and I missed it by 1. And Aaron, I am sorry. I will do better next time.
I forgive you for missing reverse counts as somebody who cannot do it to save my life. So I forgive you.
The 119 versus 120 got me, and I just don't know how to math, and math is hard. Not that it mattered in the end, anyways, because it was useless. So,
well, yeah. you spent a lot of time going and getting the princess twice, and then going back. So it did cost you time.
Yeah, those red dragons were insane. I felt like it had to be 25, but the first 2 things I saw from Red Dragon was hurt. So I assumed 50% at a minimum. And every single time that he proved me wrong, I felt worse and worse because I'm sitting here thinking I should be able to take out a red dragon and I got 103 HP and 108 AP. I should be able to do this, and they'd proceed to 40 me 3 times in a row, and I'd be back at home.
Yeah, like that shocks me. That's 25% because again, like I had hurts, like quite a few consecutive hurts happen. So I thought, okay, it's 50%.
Yeah, I died to. I turned it off, but I guarantee you that at least 4 of my 6 deaths or 7 deaths were red dragons, and it was every single time 1 or 2 levels later, me thinking I can take it on again. Right? Oh, I got armor now. I can take it on. Oh, I'm up to 103 HP or 100 and whatever HP. I can take it on, and every single time without fail, the Red Dragon said no.
All right, Slammer. Guess how many deaths Angel had?
I'm gonna go with 2.
That is correct. Angel only had 2 deaths. Yeah, this is a very, very low death speed. Like, you both were deathless for like the first 10 levels or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, I took a death right as I hit 1500 gold, and I really didn't care. I'm like, oh, there's a broadsword there, but I'll get back to it, right? And I feel like I probably stayed in that starter zone. I say starter zone, that Axe Knight, Dragonlord, Armored Knight zone, probably 1 level longer than Angel.
I mean, I went till 12. Like, I was about ready to leave right before 12, but I had one more before I was 12, so I just got it there.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I was like 12 and a half.
Yeah, Slammer, you actually had like a small experience, but you were both like explored, I'd say within a minute or 2 of each other, started walking out. So your early games were very, very similar.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine a better start, right? I mean, to go 16 XP in one shot, then 32 XP with the Hurt More, and then my third enemy literally was, again, the Drakey that I ran from, because I'm not wasting a torch on a Drakey. But yeah, Scorpion, Axe Knight, and to kill all 3 of them to jump immediately to 162 XP was insane, and then I just kept going from there.
Yeah, my first one was a Drakema that I threw the fairy water in the torch at, and gave me the Hurt More, found Breckenary, killed the Drakema, and then just went south to try and find a different zone, and first thing's the Axe Knight.
When you're playing a seed that's this immediately quick, like you're level 12 at 15 minutes or something like that, is this fun? Is this what you want, or are you looking for is this like the peak experience, or what would you like?
In my mind, this is a much higher variance seed than I would have wanted to see in a finals match, whether or not I'm in it, right? I mean, it's a matter of, I really like the ones where you have to solve the seed. Wasn't a whole lot of solving to be done here. I died on my way past Sharlock my first go, and he didn't. And I don't want to. I mean, nothing against you, Angel, right? I mean, you clearly outplayed me in the seed because you finished 8 minutes faster. But a lot of it comes down to that, right? It's who went in the right direction, who got there first.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel too. Like, I like solving a seed. I don't like to just sit on something for like what we did, and then it's a mad dash to try and find everything. Yeah, I prefer what little things can we figure out that might separate us from our opponent, something like that.
Yeah, great. If you got Angel or Slammer, do you have any final thoughts on the seed, or else we can wrap things up here? Do you have game 2 scheduled?
Well, Slamu says he's working like 80 hours this week, so I don't know if it's gonna be till like Christmas, till game 2 or something like that. But
no, we'll get game 2 and game 3 out there. We will have a game 3, so we'll have to get them all on the calendar.
Oh, that's fighting words, Slammer.
That's all Slamu's been doing is fighting words. So I expect a game 3.
I gotta do something. Angel's too nice to everybody. He won't trash talk me back, so I gotta do enough trash talking for both of us. But no, I mean, obviously a huge thank you to you, Adam and Hoodie, and for Omega and Camion for on the back end of doing everything. And I mean, the amount of volunteers that we've had this tournament has been awesome. And I think especially big thank you to you guys who've kind of really been around a lot and been helping a lot. So thanks everybody. Looking forward to putting a couple more of these out there before hanging it up until Winter League. So I'm not done with you yet, Angel. I'm coming.
Yeah, I couldn't have said any better, Slamu. Yeah, just looking forward to game 2. Again, I'm expecting 3 games out of this. I'm not expecting to go 2-0. So.
Well, yeah, that'll wrap it up for us. So I am Adam Raptors with my co-commentator Hoodie Two Shoes, restreamer Camion, and tracker Omega Strep. Thank you to all of you for helping do this thing, and I think that will wrap it up.